What's up guys, it's Kara here, and I wanted to show you how to make one of my favorite side dishes right now that pairs very nicely with any lean protein, or if you're planning meals for the week, this is a great addition to your meals. So what I'm going to show you how to make is some low carb smashed potatoes. And what I'm going to use for that, if you haven't done this before, is using cauliflower. So this makes it much lower in carbs than if you're using mashed potatoes. This also is very voluminous. So cauliflower or any vegetables is a great addition to kind of help fill up your stomach, increase the fiber, and you can eat a shit ton of it for super low calorie. So cauliflower actually does yield a ton of health benefits. It's the cousin of broccoli, okay? You guys know broccoli, you've heard about all the benefits. It's broccoli's cousin, cauliflower. Don't forget about its cousin. It's another cruciferous vegetable, so it yields a lot of the same health benefits. So not only is this recipe simple, quick, easy, super filling and low carb, but it's heart healthy, anti-inflammatory, fills you up, helps detoxify the body. It's filled with things like choline, which is a B vitamin. It's filled with all kinds of vitamins and minerals. So here you go, micronutrients right here, guys. So let's get started. Very easy, many different techniques to do this. Mine's the best way, obviously, though. So I've got my whole bag, which ends up being about 16 ounces of cauliflower florets. I steam them up on the stovetop with a little bit of boiling water. It took about 5 minutes. It's that simple. So you take them while they're nice and hot. Some people like to just mash them up. I like to use the blender. This is key here. So dump them right in your blender, okay? And then what I like to do, this isn't like a perfect science about how much I add. I just kind of eyeball it. I like to add some almond milk. You can add any kind of milk you like to use. But I add some of this to it. Kind of do about like a half a cup to a cup, and like I said, I eyeball it. If it looks like I need more, I'll add more. I purchased this garlic paste. It's kind of like the quick and dirty way of getting it instead of doing like fresh garlic. I pay a little more for it, but I love it because watch how fun this is. You just get to squeeze. Oh, look at that. And I love garlic. Ooh, sound effects. That's lovely. So I use a ton of garlic in it. I feel like you can never have too much garlic. So I apologize to my coworkers and other people that have to smell my breath, but it's so good. All right, and then I use some, I can't believe it's not butter spray. And I actually take the top off here. And I just kind of like, I realize this isn't calorie free either, but I do like to dump a little in and it gives it that buttery flavor to it. And then I've got this garlic and sea salt here. I am just gonna add a couple turns in there. Voila. I'm gonna add my top to this and I'm gonna blend it up and see how it's looking and assess if I need to add any more milk or not. All right guys, so I blended this up. I use a Ninja blender for about 60 seconds. There's really no wrong way of doing this. It just depends on what consistency you like it. It smells super garlicky. It's all nice and like mashed up. If you want it a little creamier, you could add a little more milk to it to kind of give it a little more creaminess. I like it with just like a little chunk to it still. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my, set that down, my blade, and I'm just gonna scoop it back into my, look at this. Check that out. It's just so creamy and beautiful. Who would know that's cauliflower? It's so amazing. So if anyone's, like, I'm not a low carb dieter, so don't like get me wrong when I say it's low carb, like you have to eat all low carb. But what's great about this is you can utilize your carbs in other areas of the day, and I like to have a giant ass bowl of this at nighttime. Look at this volume here. All of this is like less than 25 carbs. And that is filling. It's got about 5 grams of fiber in it, tons of nutrients, and it's just delicious. All right, let me take a little taste test. Look at that big bowl. Oh, it's perfect. It's creamy and garlicky. Goes down the throat. I love just having like a big bowl of something like this. Volume. I love it. It's delicious. You guys need to try this out. Make it. If you guys do make this, post it on Instagram. Hashtag smashed potatoes. Tag me in it. You gotta give this a try. So simple. You'll thank me later. You guys let me know what other recipes you'd like to see, because I'd like to keep posting some more quick and easy recipe ideas for you. Keep checking back. Share this with others. Thank you all. We'll see you soon. Look at that.
Tell everyone what my strategy used to be. I'd get a 20-ounce froyo and eat it fast, and then you'd feel bad for me.
No, he'd seriously eat it fast, and then he'd sit there and he'd be like, he'd give me like puppy dog eyes, and he would just like stare at my ice cream, and I'd be like, babe, do you want some? And he'd be like, okay. And Jason doesn't like